everyone, so today we're going to be having a look at the Mount Coast R1 road running shoe. So it's designed for ultra running. That is the shoe itself. Comes in a few different colours. I've got the all white version. So white upper, white midsole. It does come in a black version, all black. And it comes in, which other one is it? White in the upper and black in the midsole. Colour though, I rarely pick a white shoe. I prefer something a little bit not brighter, because white is pretty bright, but you know what I mean, a bit more colourful. So let's have a look at some of the features of the shoe. It's got an 8mm drop, so that is 35mm in the heel, 27mm in the forefoot. Let's see, where shall we start? Okay, let's start with the lacing system, because the lacing system is totally different to most lacing systems you're going to see out there. So as you can see, if I show you the shoe just like that, you've got standard lacing just in the top half here, and then you've got like a quick lacing section just down the bottom. The idea of that is, as I said at the start, it's designed for long distance runs, so ultra runs, road ultras. As you should be aware, when you've been on your feet a long time, your feet will swell. So when you're running in a race, you don't want to have to stop and faff about with your laces. You could adjust the laces with standard laces. It just takes you a bit longer. With this system, you can do a quick relace at the top to help grip over your midfoot. But if your foot's starting to swell at all, you can just do this quick lacing by unclipping this section here, and it's on like a little bungee cord, which you can just pull down like so, and then adjust how tight it is. So you could slacken it off slightly to give your foot a bit more room, which would be super quick and handy to do if you're during an event and you've been on your feet a long time and your feet are just pinching you and you want to give yourself a bit more room. So that is a really innovative way of doing lacing. The weight of the shoe, because it is a nice lightweight shoe. What is the weight? The weight is 285 grams in a UK 11. So it does feel nice and light on your feet when you're running. When you're running as well, because I've been out in my road running runs. I generally do first thing in the morning when it's pretty cold, and I've really noticed how breathable the upper is, because there's lots of perforations in the upper here, so they're using a dual knit system, but it is very noticeable how breathable this actually is. So it would be really good for hot weather, hot days, where your feet just need to breathe. I've been out in really cold mornings and I've noticeably went, oh blimey, that's a bit chilly on my feet. So it is noticeable how breathable the upper actually is. On the upper, they're actually using 40% recycled polyester. And back to the lacing, their lacing system, they've got lots of names on for certain features of this shoe. So they like to call that tuned fit for the lacing system. That's just indicating that it's got two separate types of lacing. So on the lots of different names, they've got on the midsole here it says light cell, over here it says zero sag, and underneath you've got go flow. So there's names of things all over the place. So let's nip into some of these features and I'll explain what they are and how they're supposed to help you with your running. Before we nip into the features of the midsole and the outsole, let's finish off with the upper. So the upper itself, we got the heel counter here. It has a padded section going all the way around. So it's nicely padded just at the top section, just around here. You can see just with the stitching, not stitching, they're not actually using stitching, but how it's actually stuck together. That part of the heel section is extra cushioned, which helps keep your heel in place. So I've had no heel movement on there at all. If you do get any heel movement at all, on the top of the lacing, you've got that extra hole just there for the runner's knot if you need to actually use that. What else do we have? The tongue, it's got a padded tongue. It is gusseted, it's only semi kind of gusseted. You probably can't see into there, but it's got a bit of material just about here which stops the tongue from sliding from side to side. Also on the tongue itself at the top there, it's got an extra lace system where you just feed the lace through, which again just helps centralize the tongue to stop any movement. The insole inside, insole's got lots of little holes in there, lots of little perforations at the top and under here, which is going to help the breathability. Also has a little logo on there, like their logos. When I run, I am just running. See, just along here. There's no kind of structure to the insole at all. It's not like a supportive footbed at all. So standard-ish type of insole, but with a lot of perforations in there, so it should breathe nicely. So let's pop the insole back in there. When I'm putting the insole back in here, let's have a quick 30 seconds look at me out running in the shoe on a nice sunny day and then ended up on the treadmill, just so I was getting all sorts of different experiences with the shoe. Midsole on their midsole just here. Midsole is a PEBA hybrid foam where they inject nitrogen into it. And when they inject the nitrogen into the midsole, it makes it 50% lighter than standard EVA. So it is nice and light, it is nice and cushioned. You can feel the cushioning. It's not super squidgy, but there is plenty of cushioning in there. And when you're running on the shoe, it is still nice and responsive as well. So it does feel as if it's propelling you forward. That's partly due to the other bit called zero sag. So zero sag is basically an insert that they're inserting inside the midsole. So it's a little bit like, if you can think of a rock plate. It's a bit like a plate, but it's not a rock plate. It's in the shape of GoFlow. GoFlow, my God, there's so many names to this. GoFlow, Lightcell, bloody whatever it was. Zero sag, too many names. The zero sag is this shape here where the black section is, but it's within the actual midsole itself. That just helps propel you forward. So as you're placing your foot down, it helps push you through in your stride. A little bit like a rocker would on a shoe. So the GoFlow, I'm kind of assuming, is just the darkened section on the bit here. If you look at their website, the website does have lots of information on there. It's got lots of jargon on there, but gee whiz, you just don't need to overcomplicate things, basically. I know there's a lot goes into a shoe. It's nice, it's light, it's responsive, it's very breathable. It's got great lacing system, which will be adaptable if your feet does swell. What else? I'm thinking I'm missing something here. It's broad in the forefoot as well. So it is a good shape for someone who's going to be running for long periods. Sadly, I've not been running long periods of late due to my knee, but hopefully that will be, well, that is improving slowly, but you can't rush these things, can you? So the feelings I've had when I've been running in it have been the features I've just pointed out. Price of it is £150. You can get that on their website. I've not seen Mount to Coast in any stores in the UK before, but it is a nice shoe. I personally would prefer it in a different colour. I do believe they're coming out with a trail version, which would be really interesting to see, because most of my runs are on the trail. There is some grip on the outsole just there. It's not deep lugs, but it is a road shoe. And signs of wear, I can see where I've not been placing my feet a bit. It's a little lighter here and much lighter down the bottom there. So I'm obviously placing my foot all the dark parts, which are just getting us a little dirtier. But there's no real signs of wear, but I've not used them a huge amount, in all honesty. So that was my thoughts on the Mount Coast R1. New brand, I've never used Mount Coast before. I've only been aware of it in the past 6 months or so. So it's nice of Mount Coast to send me these to try out. Yeah, so that was my thoughts. Oh, there is, yeah, I was going to say a little protection by the toad, but it is pretty minimal. Okay, thanks for watching. Do me a favour, hit that subscribe button, leave a like. Hopefully this was of use to you. Leave a comment in the comments below. Have you used Mount Coast before? What do you think of it? Okay, cheers.